Hi guys, welcome to the Economics and Social Issues session on EduTap. I hope you all are healthy and preparing well for your upcoming exams. And when we talk about exams, then current affairs plays a very important part in the NABARD Grade A exam. And PIB news are the very important source of the current affairs, and that's why I am back with a session in which we are going to discuss the top PIB news from 14th to 20th of August 2021. So if you are new to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe it and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates of the courses and videos offered by us. And you can also join our Telegram channel to get the access to the PDF of the lectures. To join the Telegram channel, kindly click on the link given in the description below. And guys, I am glad to announce that we have extended the Raksha Bandhan offer on our courses, in which you can avail flat 40% off on our courses by using the code RAKHI, that is Rakhi. And guys, please make sure that you are using this code while purchasing the courses, and as this particular offer is only valid till 25th of August 2021. So guys, now let's move on to the session. Let's get started. So today's topics of the day are RODTEP scheme, Samwat program, and Tapas platform. So before starting this particular topics, let's discuss that why these topics are really important from the exam point of view. And we are going to do this with the help of a previous year question from NABARD Grade A 2017 Phase 2 exam. And here you can see a question was being asked on the scheme, in which a paragraph based on the scheme was given, and students were required, after reading the paragraph, students were required to identify the scheme. There was also a question on the features of the scheme, and students were also required to answer that which ministry was implementing this particular scheme. And guys, here you can see that on what lines the questions are being asked from these schemes, and this is the reason that today we are going to discuss the RODTEP scheme, the Samwat program, and the Tapas platform. So guys, now let's move on to the very first topic of the today's session, that is RODTEP scheme. So before starting the topic, let's see that why this particular scheme was really important and what was the need of this particular scheme. So guys, here you can see on the screen the Indian exporters who are really looking very worried. And guys, what is the cause of their worry? Because there is no exemption on the central, state and local taxes, which includes the value added tax on the transportation, the mandi tax, as well as the duty on electricity for manufacturing. And guys, I want to add here that under the existing rules, GST and custom duties for the inputs which are required to manufacture the export products are either exempted or refunded, but there is no exemption on the central, state and local taxes, and that is the reason these Indian exporters are looking for their Bahubali to take some needed actions, and their Bahubali is the government of India. And in order to resolve the problems of their Indian exporters, the government of India has come up with this particular scheme, that is RODTEP scheme. So guys, if we talk about the RODTEP scheme, it stands for Remission of Duties and Taxes on Exported Products, and this particular scheme was effective from 1st of January 2021. But still, the Indian exporters were not able to get the benefits under this particular scheme, because till now there was no guidelines and rates which were being notified by the government of India. And to resolve this particular issue, recently the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, government of India, has notified the scheme guidelines as well as rates, and that's why now these Indian exporters will be able to get the benefits under this RODTEP scheme. So guys, we have discussed about this particular scheme, and now let's discuss the sectors whose products are really eligible to get the benefit under the RODTEP scheme. And these sectors are marine, agriculture, leather, gems and jewelry, automobiles, plastics, electrical and electronics and machinery. So guys, these are those sectors whose products are really eligible to get the benefit of these RODTEP scheme. So guys, as per the recent notification, the government of India has stated the number of products which are eligible to get the benefit under the RODTEP scheme, and that number is 8,555. That means 8,555 number of products in India's export basket that are likely to get the benefit of the RODTEP scheme. And to provide the refund to the Indian exporters, government of India has allocated an amount of 12,454 crores for the fiscal year 2022. So guys, I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. And guys, with the help of this particular snippet, you can see if we talk about the refund range under these particular products, then it is highest for the textiles products, which ranges from 0.5 to 4.3%, and for the gems and jewelry it is lowest, that is 0.01%. So guys, if we talk about the garment exports, Government of India has announced that it has come up with a separate scheme, that is rebate of state and central levies and taxes. So guys, you are required to tell about this particular scheme in the comment section below. And I want to add here that Government of India has allocated rupees 6,946 crores for the fiscal year 2022 for the ROSCTL scheme. So till now we have discussed that what are the number of products which are eligible, what are the sectors which are included under the RODTEP scheme. Now let's see that what are the different sectors which have been kept out of the ambit of the RODTEP scheme, and these sectors are iron and steel, mineral products, pharmaceuticals and chemicals. And what is the reason that they have been kept outside the ambit of this particular scheme? Guys, the reason is that the Indian government thinks that these sectors are performing well on their own, and due to the tight fiscal position this year, it will not be possible for the Government of India to cover them under the RODTEP scheme, and that is the reason they have been kept out of the ambit of RODTEP scheme. And government has also announced that the products manufactured in the export oriented units and special economic zones are also not eligible to get the benefit under the RODTEP scheme. So I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. Now let's discuss the refund mechanism. So the Indian exporters can claim the refunds under the RODTEP scheme as a percentage of the freight on board value of exports, and these refunds will be directly credited to the exporter's ledger account, which is maintained with the customs, and all these credits to these exporters can be used in order to pay the basic customs duty on the imported goods. So I hope that all the important things are very much clear to all of you about the RODTEP scheme. And now let's discuss the very next topic of the today's session, that is the second phase of Samwat program. So guys, recently the Ministry of Women and Child Development has launched the second phase of Samwat program, because the second phase of Samwat program has been launched after the concluding during the commemoration of the first year anniversary, that is after the completion of the very first year of this particular program. The second phase of this program has been launched. So before discussing this particular program, let's see that what was the need of bringing this program, why the Government of India has come up with this particular program. The reason is that in order to provide the child protection to the children who are distressed or orphaned, or the children who are distressed or orphaned, or they are the survivors of the trafficking or the beggary. So guys, all those children really require some sort of guidance and some sort of extra support, and that's why in order to provide the protection, the mental health care as well as the psychosocial care, this particular program has been launched by the Government of India. Now let's discuss this program in much more detailed manner. So if we talk about the Samwat, Samwat stands for Support, Advocacy and Mental Health Intervention for children in vulnerable and for the children in vulnerable circumstances and distress. And guys, please mark star here. The full form of this particular program is really very important. And guys, if we talk about the Samwat program, it is a national initiative and integrated resource to provide the child protection, mental health and psychosocial care to the distressed children. And if we talk about the ministry which has launched this particular program, Ministry of Women and Child Development has launched this particular program. And if we talk about the implementing body is the National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences. So guys, this is the organization which is going to implement this particular program. And when we talk about this Samwat program, guys, it makes efforts in providing coping mechanism for children in distress by training the different stakeholders like child protection functionaries, the telecounselors, the educators, etc. And now the government of India has also announced that from now on these entities will also engage with the functionaries of the Panchayati Raj systems, and hence it is going to improve the delivery at the grassroots level. So guys, that is the main thing about this particular Samwat program, and we have also covered the current affairs about this particular program, as the second phase has been launched, and from now onwards they are also going to engage the Panchayati Raj system as well in order to improve the delivery of this part of the services under this particular program at the grassroots level. So guys, I hope that this is very much clear to all of you, and here you can also see the strategic objectives of this particular Samvad program. But guys, you are required to remember that this particular program mainly provides the protection and mental health care for those children who are abandoned, orphaned, stressed, or are the child survivors of trafficking. So I hope that this particular program is very much clear to all of you. And now let's move on to the next topic of the today's session, and that is the Tapas platform. So guys, if we talk about the Tapas platform, the Union Minister for Social Justice Dr. Virendra Kumar has recently launched the Tapas platform. And if we talk about the Tapas, it stands for Training for Augmenting Productivity and Services, and this particular platform has been developed by the National Institute of Social Defense, which functions under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. So guys, please mark star here. This particular information is also really very important from the exam point of view. And guys, if we talk about the Tapas platform, the idea of launching the Tapas platform was germinated when online medium of education and work had become important due to the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic. And during that time, the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment decided to ensure the maximum participation of those stakeholders and volunteers which are working in the field of social defense. So guys, we are going to explain this particular term also in the upcoming part of the session. So if you talk about this particular Tapas platform, guys, it is a massive open online course which provides access to the lectures to the interested stakeholders. It provides lectures by the subject experts, study material and more, and in this particular manner it supplements the physical classroom without compromising the quality of teaching, and it imparts training and enhance the knowledge and skills for the capacity building of the participants who want to work in the field of social defense, which caters the topics such as elderly care, substance abuse prevention, or the transgender welfare, or the beggary prevention. So guys, I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. And if we talk about the different courses which are available on this Tapas platform, it includes the drug substance abuse prevention, geriatric or elderly care, care and management of dementia, transgender issues, as well as other complementary social defense issues. And guys, if you talk about this particular program, this platform also provides the course material such as filmed lectures and e-study material. And for the better interaction on this particular platform, this also provides us the discussion forums to all those people who want to join this particular courses and who are studying on this particular course who are studying these courses on the Tapas platform. And it also encourages the interactions among the students and course coordinators. And guys, I also want to add here that these particular courses can be taken up by anyone, and there is no fees in order to join these particular courses. So guys, I hope that this particular topic is also very much clear to all of you. And now let us move on to the small MCQ series, with the help of which we are going to see that whether you have gathered all the key takeaways from this particular session or not. And guys, for this particular practice, the very first question is here on your screen. And the first question says, recently in August 2021, Commerce Ministry has released the details of RODTEP scheme to help the exporters stay competitive and increase exports. And you are required to tell me in the comment section below, after reading all these statements which are given in the question, that which one of the following statement is incorrect as per the above mentioned scheme. And guys, see, on these lines only the questions are being asked in the exam from these kind of schemes, and that is the reason we are also bringing the questions on the same line, so that you are your practice will also be held in the particular session only. And if you talk about the right answer to this particular question, the right answer to this particular question is option E, that is all the above statements which are given in this particular question are correct as per the RODTEP scheme. So guys, this particular scheme, the guidelines and rates regarding this particular scheme was recently released, and that we have already discussed in today's session. And now let's move on to the next question of the today's session, that is, recently August 2021, which one of the following ministries has launched an online portal which has been named as Tapas and being developed by the National Institute of Social Defense? So guys, we have discussed in the today's session, and you are required to answer this question in the comment section below. Please tell me that which ministry has launched the online portal named Tapas. And guys, the right answer to this particular question is option A, that is Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. So this is the ministry which has launched this particular program portal. And guys, see here, one more information is being given, that National Institute of Social Defense has developed this particular portal, and this particular institute also works under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. So I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. And now let's move on to the next question of the today's session, that is, recently, August 2021, the Union Minister of Women Child Development, Smriti Zubin Irani, has launched the second phase of Samwat program, and you are required to tell me in the comment section below that what does letter V stands for in Samwat. So when we were discussing this particular news, I told you to mark star there, as the full forms are also being asked in the exam. So guys, here you are required to tell me in the comment section below what does V stands for in Samwat, and the options are vicious, village, vocal, vulnerable, and vicarious. And guys, as per our discussion in the today's session, the right answer to this particular question is option D, vulnerable. So I hope that this thing is very much clear to all of you. And now there is a homework task for all of you. Recently, the government of India has also come up with another scheme, that is PM Cares for Children. And guys, you are required to tell me briefly about this particular scheme in the comment section below. So guys, that was all from the today's session. I hope you must have liked the session and it was useful and fruitful to all of you. But still, if you have any queries, you can drop us a mail at hello@edutap.co.in, and you can also call us at 8146207241. So guys, thank you for joining us. We will be meeting in the next session. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Wish you all happy learning.